Hey, what's up? This is the Rep My Block show. I'm your girl KeyIce. So we got my co-host. You're muted, sir.
You know, I'm muted. Oh, I'm muted. Oh, there we go. What's up, y'all? It's Grandmaster Monstar. How are y'all doing? What's up, Key? How are you?
I'm good. It's great to be back. I know we went on a mini hiatus, so it's good to be back here with my co-host. How you been doing?
I've been good, man. Getting ready for the weekend. How about you? Are you enjoying your weekend?
Yes, I am enjoying it, and a lot's been going on. I attended like four graduations, lots of graduations in the family. Want to give some shout outs. My daughter graduated. She had graduated the other week, 2 weeks ago, and then my little brother graduated last weekend. Then we had some cousins, Leia, Joelle, Christopher. They graduated last weekend. And then today, my best friend's son
Hey,
graduated, Gabriel. Yeah. So congratulations to all of y'all. It's a lot of graduations.
yeah, congratulations. Everybody
Yes.
graduating.
Right. It's good to see, it's good to see the
Everybody
kids
graduating. Get them up there.
doing right. It's good to see them about to start their lives. I know I saw a lot of nervousness and I saw a lot of excitement. But yeah, they're all excited about their upcoming adventures in life. And there's a birthday
That
the
is
other day.
awesome. Let's get some words going for
Yes. Birthday this week.
you. Go.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. Jadakiss had a birthday. Let's see if we can put his picture up here. Let's go ahead and get his picture up here. But yeah, Jadakiss had a
A
birthday.
little short list for birthdays.
Yeah, happy birthday, Jadakiss. Legend. Like, man, he's so cold. Like his freestyles alone are
Yeah,
so cold. And
yeah, Jada Kiss, happy birthday, man.
yeah, that's what's up. Speaking of freestyles, we
Wonder
did have Freestyle Fridays last night, and that show was
Yo,
we
awesome.
had a special guest on the show. It
Yeah.
was Fly. His name was Fly, and his name stands for Forever Love Yourself. But we actually
Oh,
do,
that is sick.
yeah, right. Um,
Love yourself. I'm gonna have to bite that. That's a good one.
yeah, that is a good name, and we do have his freestyle, so I'd like to go ahead and play it for y'all. Let's check it out.
Let's roll a clip.
Picks found, picks found, picks found.
Hey, Mamo, let's go. I need all ladies to run in the front.
Hey. Ugly girls acting like they sexy. Bitch made nigga, you ain't like that. Rob you for your chain, you ain't fight back. I ain't smoking that, that's the out pack. If you ain't from the hood, you straight cat. First night, had a head all in my lap. I'm a boss, I live in the trap. I don't want no McDonald's, I don't eat that crack. And we don't do mids, only straight gas. I'm ballin' in the future, you live in the past. Picky type niggas say the best for last. Switch or extendo, I be on the ass. We don't do banks, money in the bag. I get anything I want, I got hella swag. Son of niggas, I should be your dad. Anything I flip, I make double bag. You seen the ass, I had the double bag. Always on point, never off track. Mixing the gumbo, down with the wax. The game changed now, nobody like the rap. All this dancing and screaming on tracks, all this drilling and all this mumble rap. Cats is whack. Ugly girls acting like they sexy. Ugly girls acting like they sexy.
Mixing it up.
Yeah.
Picks found, picks found, picks found.
Yeah. Ugly girls acting like they sexy. What did you think about that freestyle? And I think you're muted again.
Okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a delay, so I'm
Oh,
I'm
okay.
kind of catching up. But yeah, that was sick. That was funky, man. I don't know if y'all saw me. I had the stank face, especially towards the end, because I was just noticing his whole production. His production was good too. I love when people have a good production. I mean, I understand the whole set your camera up and just kind of shoot, but it's really dope when people take that extra like thought. Like who raps at like the studios anywhere now? It's at the basketball court. It's in your
Yeah,
closet, you just put the microphone up and you just deliver bars right there. He said, I'm out here sunning, might as well call me dad. I was like, all right, that's
exactly.
smart.
I was really
Crazy.
feeling that basketball court in the background, with the because
Yeah,
they already put the microphones everywhere, and so when I saw the basketball court, I was like, okay. And then the shot with the fence right there, I thought, yeah, it was really
yeah, right.
clever the way they did it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So shout out to Fly. But yeah, the ugly girls acting like they sexy. We actually posted a clip from because Don Dada and Sean, they really had a crazy reaction to just that line alone. So we did post that over on our Instagram. It's going crazy over there.
Nice,
Because I was like, when I heard
nice.
it, I was like, wait a minute. Ugly girls acting like they sexy. And it's Sexy Red's beat on Ski. So I'm like, wait a minute. You talking about, are you trying to this Sexy Red on the cool? I would have asked them that if I was on the show, but I wasn't on the show. But yeah, I was just wondering who you talking about. Because some people be saying she look like young thug. I'm not saying she's ugly or nothing like that. I think she's cute. You know what I'm saying? But I know some people have said some stuff. So I was like, what? Who is he really talking about? I did have that thought in my mind, but I mean, on the show, he did kind of explain better who he was talking about. He was just saying girls in general that aren't that cute but think they're
Uh,
all that. Yeah. So,
yeah, I feel it. I feel it.
but yeah, that was a tight freestyle. And we got a lot to talk about today. We do want to also give our
Yes, bars.
condolences, though. Um, R.I.P. to Nico McKnight. He is or was Brian McKnight's son. He was his estranged son. We do want to give our deepest condolences to Brian McKnight and his
Mm,
family. And then also condolences to Rihanna because her dad passed away, Ronald Fenty. And really sad times for both of them, and our deepest condolences and prayers to the families.
yeah, rest in power, rest in power.
Yes, yes. Well, let's go ahead and get started on the topics today. I know we had the American Music Awards was one thing that was really trending this past week. Let's talk about
The
that a little bit.
American Music AMAs. The
I didn't get to watch them. Did you get to
AMA.
watch them?
I was finna ask you the same thing. You asked me the same thing I was finna ask you. I caught clips here and there, but I didn't get to see the whole thing just yet.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay.
but the winners though, there was a lot of really well known artists that hit the top of the charts. Do you want to
Yeah.
go over it? Do you want me to go over it?
I'll let you go
All
over
right.
it. Yeah,
We
let's
got
find out
Kendrick
who
Lamar.
won. Mm.
Yeah, we got Kendrick Lamar, and y'all already know what he won for. Favorite hip hop song. Come on now.
Of course. Yeah. Not
Um,
like a
then we got Megan the Stallion appearing, not once, but she will make a later appearance here later. But we're going to talk about what she won, which was favorite female hip hop artist. That's pretty dope. Then we
yeah.
got Beyonce. Who won favorite country album and favorite female country artist. So congratulations to her, Queen B in the house.
Congrats, babe.
Eminem won favorite male hip hop artist, who we
Yeah.
will also talk about
Yeah, we gotta talk about that one in a
again later.
second. Yeah.
Okay, what's the
Because
tea?
well, I mean, people were saying they don't think he should have won this year. They were saying Kendrick should have won this year. I don't really know the
Oh, for
cutoff dates, right, for favorite male
mm,
hip hop artist, because I don't know the cutoff dates though for the albums, because they tend to be
Mhm.
like a year behind, kind of. Because if you look at the songs that
Yeah.
won, they won from like the last summer, so that would make sense as far as that. Because I mean, Kendrick's album didn't come out until after that time frame, so that makes sense. That I mean, Kendrick's album came out this did it come out this year, or am I going crazy?
Kendrick's album did that? That's a great question. Hold on, GNX. Yeah, GNX came out this year. Yeah,
Okay, I thought
yeah.
so. Yeah. So Eminem's
It's
album was
kind of.
right, and his album was trending at the time when it did come out. It was a big thing. So I think people, when they see the winners and stuff, they kind of like they forget about the past. Like, yeah, these awards they're kind of delayed, but I feel like Eminem. I think he should have won for the year that was covered. But a lot of people were saying, I should have won. Like, but
Yeah,
again, they're just forgetting. They're forgetting the time frame we're looking at. I mean, same thing for Megan
that's
Thee
a good
Stallion.
point. That's a good point. I'm glad you bring it up.
Yeah, I saw the same
Yeah.
type of thing for Megan Thee Stallion. People were saying Glorilla should have won, or I even saw some people saying Lotto should have won, Nicki Minaj should have won. So I think people.
Mm,
But see, here's another thing. Oh, I'm sorry, you weren't done with the winners yet.
yeah.
We can. I'll let you go through the rest of the winners, and then I want
Well,
to say something else about it.
okay, we got a few more. We got The
Okay.
Weeknd coming in at the favorite male R&B artist. Then we got SZA. I mean, SZA?
Yeah,
Is that right? SXA? I think. Oh, okay.
Sizzle.
Never mind. That's just spelled wrong. SZA won
Oh, X. Okay.
R&B. Yeah, R&B song. I was like, who is Ska? Okay. But
Really?
anyways, SZA won R&B song for Saturn, favorite female R&B artist as well.
Yes.
Is that for her song, Saturn, or she won favorite female R&B artist? Okay, yeah,
She won
for the
both.
song. Saturn.
Well, she
Oh,
won.
both.
She won. She won favorite female R&B artist for the year, and then she won favorite R&B song of the year. So
Okay, I
yeah,
get it. Yeah.
right.
Okay. Then of course we got Doechi coming in. She
Dochi.
won
He
social
said
song.
Dochi.
Dochi. I'm sorry, I can't help it. It looks like it's supposed to be Japanese. That's why I always do that. But Dochi won social song of the year for y'all already know anxiety.
Right. Anxiety. Yes.
Watching me. All right, I'm done. But what else were you thinking about the AMAs?
I completely forgot, but I have a new one. J Lo. I know J Lo was trending. Oh man, actually, even though I didn't see him, I actually
For
saw
her
J Lo's
performance?
performance. Yes, she was trending for her performance
Oh,
because she had like what, like a space
woo.
type thing on, like a helmet thing on at
Yeah,
the beginning or something. And
yeah,
then the outfit,
yeah,
it was like covering just the like private parts of her. Like she had, I mean, she was all covered, but it was like nude, and then she had the black over the breasts and the private area down there. And then just because she mixed in,
yeah.
she did a mashup of Kendrick Lamar's song, and so people were like, "What's going on?" Like they kind of felt it was all over the place. I mean, I saw the performance like 3 times just for people sharing it and it being being trending on different pages.
Uh,
I don't know what to think about the whole
yeah,
performance. I mean, she's always been a dancer. They forget I mean, she's a choreographer. She's always been a dancer. And I thought she did good,
mhm, yeah.
because she has.
You liked it?
I did like it. I liked it. I thought it was interesting. I didn't think she would wear that type of outfit, but I did like it
Yeah, yeah.
overall. I don't think she should have put Kendrick's song in there though. I thought that's what I have a feeling like that's what people had a problem with. It's like, I don't know.
Mm.
What did you think about that though?
Well, first thing that comes to mind is just is the fact that she was the host of World of Dance for
Right.
3 seasons on. And like you said, I think people forget that she used to be, or she is a choreographer and an artist. And that kind of just segues into the thoughts of like, when I first saw it come up on my feed, I was like, what's going on here? Because the first thing I saw was like the backflip that she attempted
Okay,
to
yeah.
do. And like, I just know that they went over that in like in rehearsal. And I'm like, if that was the best they could come up with in rehearsal, why didn't they just scrap that stunt? Because that did not look. That was not the best look for a high caliber artist to be trying. Like,
Yeah.
we don't pay you to try. We're not paying you to try. Overall, though, I think I didn't get to see the whole performance, but overall, from the clips that I did see, it looked like a pretty fun thing to watch, pretty interesting thing to watch. I'm definitely check it out after the show. And yeah, as far as the outfit goes, I don't think that's the first time I've ever seen, especially when it comes to female artists being on stage. And that's not the first time I've seen something like that. I'm trying to think of an example right now, but nothing pops to my mind right away.
Oh, I have one. Because Cardi just had one like that. Hers was actually worse. She covered the bare minimum. Like she actually did. I don't even know if you saw it, but I forgot what she was at. But that was actually earlier this week or last weekend. But Cardi had an outfit like that too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, J-Lo's was more conservative actually, but yeah, I mean,
said J-Lo was more. And then the other part about I was trying to look up the picture of Cardi's outfit, but the other part about her using different music, man, I think that's something I personally, especially being a choreographer as well too, and an artist, I think there's a lot of music already out here in the world, and what's wrong with putting, people on that you appreciate? What's wrong with using that, especially if you're using it legally and tastefully? I don't see anything wrong with that at all. I think that's pretty dope. And whenever you do something as an artist that audiences aren't used to, they usually are gonna give you a little backlash because it's like, you're shaking them up out of their lullaby. They've been used to seeing you one way, and now you're presenting this other thing. And some people will get it, and some people won't. And I'm glad to be one of those people that got it.
Yeah, I mean, I think my problem with it was just the fact that I don't like the song. So I don't like his song. So I'm like, man, really? Again, they're not like us. I think it's not like us. Yeah, it's not like us.
Oh yeah, see that, but that's like, that's acceptable.
Was it not like us? I'm trying to think, because I feel like she did a couple of his songs in one. I don't know. I have to see it again. I saw it that many times, but whatever song it was of his is one of his newer songs I wasn't really feeling as much. So I was like, I'm tired of hearing this song. Why you have to mash it up in your performance? I would have liked to hear something else, but I mean, again, I like the overall performance though, and congratulations to all the winners. Everybody, did their thing. Oh, and another thing people forget about is that awards show is fan votes. That's another thing that people don't even think to vote. Like, duh, you could vote. I remember Money Long, when she was nominated for the best R&B song, she was encouraging her fans to vote. But a lot of people's fans don't vote. And that's another thing to take into consideration as an artist. Like, make sure y'all are actually targeting fans that will actually be interactive and do things like vote when it comes up to it, Because I'm like, that's why you're complaining.
The audience is not privy. A lot of audiences are not privy to what their job is. As an audience, you also have a job. Your job is to engage with the art.
True.
And the easiest part of that job is actually just using your eyeballs. That's the easiest part. After that, the next part is you saying something or doing something that engages with the art, and that's how you help people that you want to see become bigger influences in that industry. Do that. It's by
Exactly.
engaging with the art. And I guess I'm
Exactly.
gonna have to be the guy in our world that tells the audience what their job is, because no one does this. I don't think. I don't think a lot. Well, I mean, you've done it a few times, but
Yeah.
I don't think enough of us are doing that, letting the audience know what is our job as the audience.
True. Yeah, I agree with that for sure because they act clueless a lot of times. But I
Not
do
y'all
know.
though. Y'all are the best audience ever. We love you
Oh
guys.
yeah. Right. Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. Yeah, we're not talking about y'all. Yeah, we're not talking about y'all. Y'all are good. Y'all
it's those
straight.
other.
Yeah, them other
Y'all are
people.
great. Make sure y'all like,
Right.
make sure y'all like, comment, and leave gifts.
Yes, absolutely.
Share.
But yeah, we also had want to give a shout out to Bow Wow because Bow Wow has the number one song. Number one, I don't know if it was hip hop or R&B. I just saw
Yeah,
Hot
him and Chris
97.
Brown.
They published the article, right? The Use Me with Usher, not Usher. Sorry, Bow
Yeah,
Wow featuring Chris Brown. But that song, I like that song. I was actually listening to it earlier today. I love the song. I think Bow Wow
yeah.
he's an underrated hip hop artist because when he does drop, like when he
Mhm.
really drops, like he did this time, like he charts all the time when he really drops,
Yeah.
and people don't be thinking about Bow Wow. But
Hmm.
congratulations to Bow Wow. Who else we
Yeah.
got?
Congratulations, Bow Wow.
Who else we got?
Through 19 years,
We got
dropping the first track in a long time and jump straight to the top with it. That's what I'm talking about.
oh
That's
yes,
black excellence.
yes
Like
it
to see it.
is. DDG. He congratulations to him because Streamer University. Well, KeyIce and that's Streamer University. It was what? How many days inside? It was like 4 days or 3 days. But anyway, they gave out awards at the very end of it, and DDG won best. He won MVP streamer. So
Okay, that's dope. Congratulations, DDG.
yeah. And do you
Yeah,
know
during
his
his time
stats?
there,
Because I don't know his stats.
say during the time there, he actually accumulated 13,000 new subscribers. So that's awesome. 400,000 new Twitch followers, 205,000 peak Twitch viewers, and was the most watched streamer at Streamer University. He ranks 13th in Twitch streams in the world. So, hey, when it comes to collaborations, man, that right there, that Streamer University did a good job. Shoot, I wish they would have accepted my application, but I'm glad to see so many people benefited from such an opportunity. You know.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. Did you really apply, by the way? Or you just saying it?
Oh yeah. I applied. I
Okay.
think I was too late because
Okay.
I didn't realize. Like I thought it was a troll, like Streamer University. I didn't think it was a
Uh-huh.
real thing at first, and then I like, and I'm like, oh snap, this is a real application. The application process was hilarious. They asked some funny
Good job,
questions,
Bika.
and then they tested you. They made you take a math. That's your
Yeah.
dog. Oh my god, that's
Jesus right
your
now to come
dog.
up in my face. It's funny.
I know what you talking about, man. Hey, but they what kind of dog is that? I'm a dog
Oh,
lover. I love dogs.
he's a golden retriever mix. Golden retriever and Saint
Wow,
Bernard. Yeah.
he's a smarty pants.
Yes, he's a trip.
Smarty pants.
But
um,
okay. So you
but yeah,
applied, yeah.
uh, and they had us do a math test, had us
Really?
write a couple essays, submit some videos, some clips. Of course, I was just having fun with the whole application, but I think I did it too
Yeah.
late, and it did say Streamer University too. So hint, hint, there might be another
Oh
Streamer
really?
University that I don't know. We'll have
Okay.
to do our research. now. But congratulations to DDG. Did you
Yeah.
want to add anything to that?
No. Oh, one. Yeah, I do want to add to that because I saw something later. Because I was seeing little clips, from the streamer university, and one thing that I noticed was that he used the word ball to describe he'd be like he'd go up to a girl and he was like, are you whose ball are you? And I was like, what is he talking about? But and I don't like the reference, but it's better than some of the other references I've heard about like people when they're like in the stage of talking, like trying to be together or whatever. But anyway,
Yeah,
he was like basically how many balls you got, whose ball are you, like who you talking to. It's
that
so
is a weird.
stupid. Yeah, but he said
That's
it's
a weird.
trending now. Yeah, it's trending, and he
Ah!
says it's because of him using it on the university. So now you got all these guys out here asking females, "Whose ball are you? Like, how many balls you got? Like, how many
Oh
dudes you
my!
talking to?" It's so stupid. Like, they're so immature. Like,
I
how old are you
really
again?
try to stay hip. I try so hard to stay hip. But I think I have this rare like thing where if something's really popular, I'm a part of the group that's like, nah, that ain't cool. And then like it grows on you after a while, depending on what it is. Especially when it comes to slang terms. When it comes to slang terms, I'm usually like, I'm
Right.
not finna say that. Like I'm not finna say that. And then like maybe a couple months after, depending, like I said, it depends on how strong the trend is. Like if it's like on fleek, nobody says that no more. So like that wasn't a strong one. But
Ooh.
like something like this is stick. I don't know how I feel about it. We'll find out.
Yeah, and so I don't know if he's saying that because the NBA playoffs is still going on. Like, I don't know where he even got it from, but I was like, wow, really? You calling girls balls now? How many balls you got? Like, really? So
Oh my
stupid, but
god, no. I don't think I'm gonna
yeah,
be able to get hit with that one. No.
right.
Uh,
Yeah, but I do know also who was it? It was because the other I don't have pictures of the other good news items, but I know that Ja Rule's
oh,
daughter just got married, and
Brittany.
congratulations to her. Oh yeah, Brittany. We talking like
Right,
we know
congrats.
her, Brittany. Congratulations,
Yeah, that's
Brittany.
my girl from middle school, man. I'm glad to
Right.
see her. It's nice to see people put it together, man. You just don't see that.
Right.
The main fake tears we gonna see today, y'all. That's in other news. Congratulations to uh her third to Alex Fine. She just had her third
Cassie.
child with her husband.
Yeah,
What,
Cassie.
what it
Cassie just had her third baby with her husband Alex Fine.
yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you need a beautiful co-host to help you. Sometimes you're on this side, you're not on that side. You're over here to help you sometimes put it all together. But yes, congratulations to them for their third child. That's awesome.
Yeah,
We
that really is.
do we know if it's a boy or a girl, or we in the
Uh,
dark?
yeah, not sure. Not sure if they revealed.
Okay.
Drake.
Meanwhile,
Who else? Was it
Drake.
Drake? He's next, right? He got a congrats. We got a congrats for Drake.
Yeah,
Let's pull him up.
congratulations to Drake. 10 diamond RIAA certifications. That's the most
Yes.
of any artist ever.
Yes, it is. And let's go ahead and pull that image up. So
Yeah,
um, his RIA certifications are four. Oh, he has, man. Those are some good albums too. Real good albums.
oh, you bringing it up?
Yeah. Do you see it yet?
Yeah, all
Okay.
early Drake, if you notice.
What you trying to say? Yeah, I mean, early Drake was hard. Like Drake hard, period. But early Drake was real hard. So yeah, I'm not
Oh, that's
surprised that all of these went diamond.
yeah.
But
What
yeah,
else you got on there?
congratulations to him. What's your favorite out of
One,
these?
man. 1 million. 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 1 milli Each one of these are albums, so it ain't the album. It's more like maybe a song or three from the album, but definitely Hotline Bling, One Dance, the joint he did with Travis Scott.
Yeah.
All the titles are really small, but I'm not like
Yeah.
a Drake hater or nothing. I'm just because they got their little feud with him and Kendrick, but I ain't a hater or nothing. I do enjoy me some Drake for sure. I be having my
Okay.
Drake moments, especially
That's fair.
All Me. Oh, don't play All Me around me, bro. They not gonna get no more free. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
anthem for a minute.
Right.
How about you?
I mean, I'm a Drake fan, so it's always hard to choose for me. I mean, out of the ones there, it's hard to say. But I mean, Hotline Bling was one, and I think for that one, for me, it was more like the video, because he was just like all nonchalant. Like he has his way of being like. Even he did this same thing on Nokia, and I finally realized that that's the way you say it, because he had a video where he would pronounce it himself, and I was like, okay, so I'm not gonna argue with you no more about how to pronounce it. I was like, if Drake says Nokia, then okay, it's Nokia. But yeah, I mean, I like all his stuff though. But he has a contest going, y'all. He has a contest right now for Somebody Loves Me. He wants somebody to come up with a nice music video concept. And so he recently posted some videos to his story describing what he's looking for. So we want to go ahead and play that video so y'all can take notes and make sure you get what Drake's looking for.
I just want to give like my piece of advice to anybody submitting for the Somebody Loves Me video competition. The biggest thing I wanted to say is when you're crafting your idea, or if you've already submitted and maybe you want to reapproach using this piece of information, you know, the parameters of the competition are really important. So, you know, it's $15K to make your vision come true. And therefore, I feel like it's important that you come up with a concept that is somewhat simple and an aha genius moment. I find that like even my friends are inspired by this competition. They're coming up to me and they're being like, yo, I got this idea for this video. And they proceed to tell me, they'll tell me like, yeah, you know, the concept I had is like a Godzilla remake and you're rappelling down from the CN Tower holding on to the girl. And it's like, something that grandiose, these videos that we shoot, you know, you take a video like Spin About You or whatever, where there's like boats exploding, or like Nokia, which despite what Kai says is definitely an incredible video, one of my best. But you know, those Director X, those Hype Williams videos, they're massive budget videos. And the point is that, you know, this is about using your creativity, racking your brain to make something work. That's genius. That once you get that bit of financial boost, you can get that idea across the line. So that's what I encourage you to do, is just, you know, find those ideas that are right there in front of you that everybody's gonna watch and wish they came up with. A great example, and this is like a great example, and this is the last thing I'll say, is there was an artist who they had a video where they essentially gathered, you know, some real serious fans of this artist. And I guess the fans were told one thing, and the video just consists of these fans sitting in their homes and being surprised as that artist walks through the door of whatever room they're in, you know, gives them the shock of a lifetime and plays them his new single. And it's just like this footage, you know, captured of them all like vibing together, and obviously just raw emotion and raw. And that's something that takes minimal budget to execute. But I remember watching that and being like, damn, that is a good video. Like that's such a great idea. So, yeah. I look forward to seeing what you all come up with. I'm so honored that everybody's so interested in chipping in, and I can't wait to feature all the contributions that are selected. But hopefully this gives you some insight, because you might write something and be like, damn, I wrote the craziest video treatment ever. And it's no discredit to you, but it just might be something that we know can't come to life for what we're trying to achieve here. So yeah, good luck, and I can't wait to see all this incredible content.
Yeah. So as y'all saw, Drake is hosting a contest for his Somebody Loves Me music video. He wants a fan to present a concept to him. They're referring to it as a treatment. That's like the formal name. But it's basically a concept for the music video. And if you heard what he was talking about, I actually like that Godzilla. I really like that. Whoever thought of that one, I was like, wow, that's a good one right there. What did you think about some of the things he was saying?
Well, the bit where he was talking about, I think he mentioned how there was one video where the people were all in the room and then they're reacting to their favorite artist coming in and then singing them his number one single that had just dropped. That was honest, probably about the only part that I actually got to hear too. So I don't know what's up with the videos. Sometimes it'd be a bad delay where it's just kind of lagging for me.
Oh,
So
okay.
it'll play for a
Okay.
good 15 seconds and then it'll be after that.
Oh,
But
okay. That's okay.
that was pretty. Hear that? What was the Godzilla one that he referenced or that you referenced?
Well, he was basically reminding people that the budget for this video is $15,000, which is not much at all for a music video of this caliber. And so he was just saying some of the ideas that y'all have are really cool, but they're a little bit too grandiose. And so that's when he was mentioning the Godzilla one. Yeah, somebody hanging off of a CN tower and trying to grab their love or loved one that's like, I guess Godzilla captured. Yeah. But I was like, man, that would be real good.
Yeah,
But
that would be, but we don't have the budget for that one.
that's the one I want now. Like I can't unsee it. But with AI, that's possible. Anything's possible under 15,000 with AI now. So shoot.
It is so cringe though. Everything that AI produces outside of a still image is so cringe. Especially the video stuff. The people are like, oh, you can't really hear the difference between the AI voice and the human voice. I'm like, you are not paying attention then, because every time I hear AI, I say AI. Every time.
Right. True. And I feel like visually, of course not, why is my dog in between his tripod? If this tripod fall, it's my dog. So just let y'all know. Shoot. See it. I think that the reason I say this, because I don't know if you saw the Busta Rhymes video that he did recently with AI, but it was really, they made it really real, like, so I could see Drake doing that with the Godzilla thing. When he was talking about the people in the room and then the artist coming in, you know what? I think I want to say Doechii did something similar to that, because I remember, they were like pretending they were shooting some type of sitcom, and then I think she walked in while they were like preparing, but it was like in the living room. So I don't think it was that video, but there was definitely, I think I know what video he's talking about. I can't remember what artist it was. But I'm like, okay, that's real simple. But I felt like that's a little too simple. And I don't think that really portrayed. Yeah. And I don't think that really portrays Somebody Loves Me very well either. So.
Yeah, kind of. I can see it, but you're right. It's not not overly dramatic, I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
You know,
So
is it a romantic song? Somebody Loves Me.
yeah, it's well, I mean, you know how Drake and Party Next Door are. They're like they're freaky. They're freaky romantic. So
Oh,
but
so it would have to be a room full of female fans,
I would say
or
so for sure, yeah. But they're basically
or
talking about they're looking for somebody basically to stand with them through thick and thin type of thing. So yeah, they're looking for somebody that's really down for them. But because
mm,
when I think
yeah,
about that song as
yeah,
well, when he just mentioned the thing about being in a room with fans, just like happy or whatever to hear the single. It reminds me of when on his Anita Max Win tour, they had gone to like a really small spot, like a little nightclub or bar, and they just had like a intimate number, like probably like 100 fans in there, and it's really dimly lit, and the fans were like right there. Um, the fans were like right there, all up on him, and it was like, I'm, I just kind of feel like he had that kind of thought in mind for that, but I don't know. We'll see
mm.
what the fans come up with though, because it's a really cool idea to have a competition like that. Good luck to the winner.
Yeah, I'm excited to see who's gonna win. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, can't
Moving
wait to
on.
hear about it. Moving on,
Who we
Cardi
got? We
B.
got Cardi B
Yeah,
is due for a congratulations.
yes, congratulations.
But why? She will be awarded the ASCAP Voice of the Culture Award. The award recognizes Cardi B's influence on the music and culture.
Yes,
Go over to KeyIce for the full story.
that's the full story right there.
No!
I mean, that's just, the story is that she's about to win an award. So congratulations to Cardi. Yes.
Congratulations!
Where's the claps? You're supposed to do the clap song. I gotta get this paper, y'all. Sorry, it fell. Grabbing this paper. Sorry.
Congratulations!
Okay. um. Okay, here we
It
go.
even delays the claps, so I don't initially hear it when it
Dang.
first start playing.
Wow,
I'll hear it like 3 seconds after.
that's messed
So
up.
that's why I don't stop it for so long. So we'll do clap.
She also debuted her
Give me
relationship with Stefan Diggs. They
Stefan Diggs.
he took her to a basketball game, and they looked all cute and cuddly. So
Aw,
they're official now. They're officially dating. However,
they official.
dun dun dun. However, over Memorial Day weekend, Stefan Diggs was seen on a
Meanwhile,
boat. He was seen on a boat flirting with women. There were like 3 women. I saw the video, Stefan, and you were definitely flirting. I don't know how Cardi feels in general about flirting because she just was married to a rapper. So I'm pretty sure she doesn't really mind the flirting part. I don't think she does. But one of the girls, they're on a boat. The girls are in bikinis or swimsuit / bikinis. And he's just like, he's talking up a storm with them. And one of them like kind of touched him a little bit. And,
yeah.
but he was like, the conversation, I did hear the conversation. They were like, I guess they were like
It's all business.
beefing him up. They were beefing him up or something. And he was like, "Who's the man? Who's the man? I'm the man," or something like that. It was like, I was like, what?
Yeah.
So
Kind of cliche.
yeah, I didn't
Heard it
really
here
like
first,
that at
folks.
all. I would have been mad. Like, yeah, I wouldn't have been having that.
Mm.
But I haven't seen her say anything about it though. So maybe she didn't care. But yeah.
Or maybe she don't know.
Maybe she don't what?
Maybe she hasn't heard yet.
Oh, you cut out a little bit.
Oh, I said maybe she hasn't heard about it yet.
She heard
Has
about
she?
it. Come on, if I heard about it, she heard about it.
Okay, well,
I
I
mean,
mean, I just was. I thought it might have been something. Maybe we were all just looking for it to set her off, and it just didn't. Speaking of setting off, Offset is back in the news
I like
again.
that transition.
Since we're talking about Cardi, we got to talk about Offset.
Yeah.
He is asking for spousal support in an amended divorce response, according to TMZ. What
Yes,
did you
he
want to say
is.
about that?
Well, you know, in addition to that, he wants joint custody of their kids. Now, this spousal support, this is a new thing. This just came up a couple weeks ago, but they're just now like putting it out there like that. The custody of the kids, he's been wanting that. I think that was added to his divorce response in April. So we knew about that one. However, the spousal support, there had been rumors already going that that Offset was broke, or at least Cardi, you know. And that's one thing a lot of fans they complain about that. They're like, how come when a female breaks up with a guy, she always calls him broke? And they were like, he wasn't broke when you were with him, so why you calling him broke now? So
Jesus.
but
Tell me
it's
about it.
not good that he actually is filing for spousal support though, because it's kind of like egging on the fact that he probably was just wanting money, you know, because Cardi had made references saying that he was always just seeming like he was just wanting money. And that's what it seems to me. Like he's salty that they're getting divorced, and that's his way of like taking out. He's like, okay, you make more than me, I'm going to go ahead and take from you. You wanted me to spend all this money on you when I was with you, let me take from you. That's how I feel. Like I feel like it's like that. I don't think he really needs no spousal support at all.
Playing the old Uno reversal card in the old custodial judgment court.
That's
You
how I
don't
feel.
often see this move being played by men, but it is played.
Yeah,
It's a
and you
lot of
know,
debauchery that goes in custodial courts. It's a tricky system,
it
and
really is.
yeah, it's a tricky system. It really is.
And Cardi
And
B,
hopefully he's not doing it just to get back at her. I don't know. I mean, when you make that much money, it's kind of weird to be arguing over money. I don't see
right?
it. Maybe I'm out of touch.
I mean, I agree. But Cardi, she's really upset about it, and she's been doing all of her audio lives on X. They have their Spaces part of their app, so she's been complaining over there, and she was saying that
Saying
she was
feel by herself.
yeah, she's been paying the bills for last year by herself. He
Mm,
hasn't been helping at all. And I remember during
mm,
Christmas, she was complaining that he didn't get their kids anything. I'm sure he got the kids something eventually, but I do remember her complaining about him not getting the kids anything for Christmas, like you know, little
mm.
catty stuff. I feel like he's being real catty right now, and I'm sure she is. I'm sure you know both sides, but yeah, that's messed
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
The whole situation's messed up for the kids. I'm finna switch out my audio real quick
Messy.
because I got charged. But you're good.
In other news, if you know about him, if you heard about him, Skilla Baby was shot 7 times in his hometown of Detroit, causing him to crash into a state building or into a city building. And he was rushed off to the hospital where, he made a full recovery and I think he was back on stage within 36 hours doing another show. But it happened because of some rival beef. I don't really like reporting on stuff like this, man, but just to
Me
set the
neither.
record straight, the kid is fine. He's back on the street. The guy that they have a suspect in custody who they think might have done it by the name of GMX Stacks. Forgive me if I'm getting that wrong. Don't send your posse after me. But this is another classic case of black on black crime, rappers on rappers crime, and I hate to hear about it. I'm glad to hear that the kid survived, but Jesus, guys, we have got to stop. We got to stop enjoying this side of rap. I'm sorry. It's too much. It's too much. Every time I go down a rabbit hole like this, I end up finding out about even more rappers who, one, I didn't know even existed, but also find out that they have a whole career centered around rapping about drugs and killing people or offing people. And that's sick, y'all. It's sickness, and we really need to stop. There was a time and a place for gangster rap. That era of time, we need to get into our healing process. Y'all want to talk about black excellence? This is not it. Like I said, I'm glad to hear that the young man made a full recovery, but I don't like reporting on stuff like this. It's not really what I want to be. Not really what I want to be repping on the block, but
exactly.
we repping it because we want to make sure the story's.
Yeah, we're not really repping it either. We're just letting y'all know. Yeah, but. I mean, he's from Detroit. Yeah. I know he's from Detroit, and you're from Detroit. You hadn't heard of him before?
No, like I said, I'm not really into that. My little brother is into that side of rap, but it's very toxic, man. I'm just not about that. I can't have somebody in my ear talking to me like that all day. That's just not. You become what you listen to and what you think about, y'all. I got to go there with y'all for a second because y'all need to understand this. You become what you think about and what you listen to all day. If you're wondering why your life is in the dumps, it's because you're listening to stuff like this all day. That's exactly why. And then you're going out and you're trying to
we're happy he's well. We're happy he's well.
Yeah, like I said, we're happy to hear that.
You're going into hope.
Yeah, we're happy to hear that they made a full recovery. Hey, look, look. I try to set them straight where I can and try to keep it right where it's tight. Like I said, we're happy to hear he made a full recovery. I was surprised to hear that he was right back on stage 36 hours later. That's tenacity and resilience. You know, if anything.
Yeah, I was surprised to hear that as well. But yeah, prayers to Skilla Baby. You know, but yeah. That's what we want to let y'all know about for that. Let's talk about Salt-N-Pepa.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're not done with the debauchery because Salt-N-Pepa is back in the news. Not because they're being debaucherous, but because they feel like UMG is being debaucherous. You want to talk a bit about, you know more about UMG.
Okay, yeah. Salt-N-Pepa, they're suing Universal Music Group because they basically don't have rights to the music. Like all of the favorites that we've loved among the years, they have not had rights to them. They haven't been getting paid the way they should have been getting paid. So they're suing UMG and they want their rights back. They never had the rights to the music. They finally want the rights. So I've seen this trend in a lot of
sort of
this trend is going on in a lot of popular artists. And it's like UMG, I mean, it's not just UMG. I've seen it for, other labels as well, where the artists, they didn't fully read or didn't have a good lawyer that fully read all of the, fine details of their contracts. And so they later find out years later, especially, I think some of the artists, they're finding out after their songs are going viral on social media. And they're like, then they start checking their numbers. I'm like, wait a minute, these numbers aren't adding. I'm not getting this money. Because I think back in years ago, I don't think it was as easy of them to tell that they weren't getting as much as they should. But with social media and certain songs trending, because they actually have a song, they have a mashup of one of their songs that's been trending. I'm not trying to say that that's what made them even come up with this lawsuit, but I do know, like for some other artists where this has happened, that was one of the triggers, was that they saw that they weren't getting paid from some of the stuff going viral, and they're like, "What's going on?" So they, when they looked into it, they were like, "Man, I'm effed up. Like y'all got me effed up. I'm about to sue y'all." So,
Yeah,
but that wasn't the
yeah,
case,
the
for them. So
yeah. I
we
think
hope
I
they,
heard that they're,
yeah.
or I think I read they're in some sort of window in their contract, or their contract is almost up, and as they're about to be welcomed into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they want their rights to their music back, and the window of their contract ending, and or some sort of legality like that. There's a short window where they can actually get the rights to the music. There was a specific word they kept using, work and play, or work. I can't remember what the specific words were, but there's a clause where basically, like, if the studio is pretty much like had a whole run of the music for so long, the artist can actually get the rights to the music back. But in this case, that clause was never even in the contract in the first place, and Salt and Pepper have a case to build on that, and that's going to be interesting to see how that all comes to play in their as they get brought into the Hall of Fame later this year.
I agree. I think and congratulations to them, by the way, for being, they're about to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's a major accomplishment. It's really hard to do, and they made it. So congratulations to Tom Pepper
Let's
for
get
that.
some fun for that.
That's what's up.
Oh my God, that's a long clap. And I pressed it again. And there we go.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and but yeah, we hope that they do get their rights to their music. There was a quick one we want to cover because Chris Brown,
I see it
as y'all
going
know,
through.
he had been taking it. Huh?
Oh yeah, I see
Oh,
him getting
okay.
their rights back. That's all I was saying.
Oh, okay.
But let's talk about Chris Brown.
Yeah, Chris Brown.
Everybody's favorite.
As y'all know, he was taken into custody when he was in Manchester, UK, a couple weeks ago,
Mm.
and he ended up getting bonded out. I think they said he had to pay 9 million to get, or 6 million. It was either between 6 to 9 million.
I thought I thought it was 3.7 billion or something like that. I read a crazy number.
Oh,
Crazy high
really?
number.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I read between
The,
6 to 9. I can't remember which one, but he ended up
the
getting
crazy high
bonded out. And this was in connection with his assault case from 2 years ago when he was on his 11/11 tour, and he had allegedly hit a producer upside
6.7
the
million.
head. You said 7?
6.7 million.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was either 6 or 9. Okay, so
According to
he's been accused of allegedly hitting a music producer upside the head with a bottle of tequila, and
Mm.
it was at a club. It was like an after party for after his tour. But
Mm.
in London, the police they had announced the arrest of a rapper by the name of Hoodie Baby. We don't have his picture, but a rapper by the name of Hoodie Baby for his alleged involvement in that same assault case. So, it was at a nightclub. There was a lot of people around. And so it was like a big thing when it did happen. It wasn't just a tequila bottle thing. It was like, some other incidents surrounding that. So they're trying to get another rapper by the name of Hoodie Baby. So yeah, it's all messed up.
Yeah, that's
But
wild. I
yeah,
hate to hear that he came back up for him.
yeah. But I mean, his tour is about to start, so it's good that he's at least bonded out so he can start his tour on time. As far as like the full tour. I'm not sure like the court dates and all that. I do know. Well, I think June 14th. That's coming to my head for some reason. I think June 14th was his first court appearance or something like that. I have to check the dates, y'all, but I will drop it in the comments later to let y'all know for sure, so I don't be saying the wrong stuff on here. But let's talk
Because you know
about
the Brown
Megan.
family.
All right. Let's talk about Megan the Stallion for a minute. First of all, I want to give a congratulations to her for, we mentioned her earlier in the show. She had won Best Hip Hop Female Artist of the Year for the American Music Awards. Congratulations to her for that. And then
Yes.
she also just announced a new show. It's like I don't know the name of the show. I don't know if you've been keeping up with that either, but she just announced it yesterday. But she has a show coming out with Boondocks creator Carl Jones, and it's going to be like an
Oh,
anime type show on Amazon Prime,
oh. No, I
etc.
hadn't heard about it, but
Okay.
I did see some art that I was like, this looks like Boondocks. Are they rebooting the Boondocks? Because I saw
No.
that it also had a caricature of her, and I was like, are they
Right.
rebooting the Boondocks? But that's interesting. Let me see what the show's called.
Yeah.
And
So
congratulations to her for that.
right, that's going to be coming out, and I mean, that's the good news surrounding Megan this week, because as you know, we cover what's been trending over the past week. So these are just things that's been trending. So we got to talk about it, even though it's not positive. But once you do find the name of the show, just let me know. But I'll go ahead and talk about the not so positive part of it. Um, the not so positive part of
Yeah,
what's
we
been
got to air.
trending. You said what?
We got to air her out, y'all. Get your teacup ready, because
Oh,
this is a deep take right here. We're coming
well,
full circle, guys. This is one of the first stories I reported on the show when I got here. Was like it was one of the first stories. I'm not gonna date myself because I don't want to be wrong when I say this, when I say the number. It's been a minute since this has come up. I don't know if y'all remember Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez were in the headlines for a long time for Megan Thee Stallion being shot in the foot, and following an altercation between her and another friend named Kelsey. She was supposedly shot in the foot by Tory Lanez, who then ended up serving a sentence in jail, and then in jail allegedly was stabbed 14 times behind this incident. Now, as this whole thing begins to unravel, it just unravels into a whole debauchery of that seems to be the word of the day, by the way, debauchery, brought to you by the letter D. Um, it seems to be just unravel a whole mess of lies, a whole mess of lies. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
yeah, and all of it's alleged because the things that have been coming out is like, first of all, I have so much, man. I have so many thoughts on this. It's not even funny. But we just got to tell people the
Yes,
facts of
I'm
what's
ready
been.
to
Let's tell
start.
them the facts of what's actually been trending this week. So this week, Tory's legal team, they put out some alleged body cam footage, showing multiple videos
Mhm.
of Megan saying that she stepped on glass and that she was not shot. And they ended up putting all of this on a website called 36 Hours Later. And I'll go to Tori's picture now since we're kind of more on Tori. But
You can actually see the footage on a lot of different YouTube channels now
yeah,
since it's happened. Uh,
yeah.
but yeah, like you said, it's pretty hardcore evidence of her actually admitting that she did in fact not get shot. She
Right.
stepped on glass as she was getting out of the car, and that is how her foot um, supposedly started bleeding. Now there were
Okay.
gunshots and there was a gun on the scene. Yeah.
Well, real quick, before we go too far, because we want to be careful with the wording here, because during the case, you know, she was shot in two. She was shot in both feet. That's what it was saying. She was shot in both feet. I actually didn't follow the case like I've been following this Diddy case, but in her case, I
Yeah.
did go back and read. So they found the bullet fragments in. I don't know which foot was the main foot or whatever, but I do know that they said both feet. So
Yeah.
there is
At first it was
evidence
both.
that she was shot in the foot. Okay, so before everybody, because I see a lot of people running with what is in the video,
Oh,
because she said that
she
she
did
did
say
not.
it.
She
She
said
did
she didn't
say
want
it, but
what
after she went to the hospital, after she went to that, because it goes deep. It goes
it
way too
it
deep.
does go deep, but I'm going to tell you. I don't know
Yeah,
if you saw
mom.
this other thing. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, well, after she was in the hospital, the doctors, no, not the doctors, but somebody working on the case said that they had lost the fragments of. I'm reading my notes right here, but they had lost the fragments of the gun, the bullet that was in her foot. So since they lost the fragments of the gun that was of the bullets that was in her foot, they can't test it against the gun to see if that's where the bullet came from. Like that's fishy right
Oh
there.
my gosh. Oh, there's so much stuff going on with
My
this case. This case is
my
really messy
biggest
for no reason. Honestly, it's really messy for no reason. But real quick,
really
before
real.
you go past that, I have to mention the video where she's saying that she stepped on glass. She said later she had said, and this was actually in the case, the testimony, like during the trial, she had said, or like again, I didn't follow the case like that. I don't believe she got on the stand. Do you know if she got on the stand? I don't think she got on the stand.
I didn't follow the case like that either. I didn't
Okay,
realize
man, I
that.
feel bad for not following the case like that now that all this is coming out, because I saw something. I
Yeah.
saw an article. It was an article statement where she had allegedly said that she told the police that she stepped in glass because she did not want the police to she was afraid for Tory and Kelsey and everybody else around. She didn't want nobody to get shot. She didn't want them to be alerted that she was shot. So
Uh,
she was like, she didn't want them to think anybody had a gun. And so that's why
mm,
she said that. That's what I read.
interesting.
I'm sorry, y'all, I don't remember the source. I know a lot of y'all have been following the case. So if y'all know
Yeah,
more
it's
about
still
that,
unfolding.
yeah.
It's still
And it's,
unfolding as we speak.
yeah, but the thing with this new stuff that just came out that they're saying is real evidence, right? I'm like, there
Hmm.
was a whole trial. A whole trial. Why didn't y'all have this during the whole trial if that's the case? You know, that's my biggest problem.
Well, that's the thing is the question is why was Tory Lanez stabbed 14 times while he was in jail? What was that
Well,
all
I
about?
heard
Who
for
got that
that
much
one,
animosity against this guy?
first of all, we hope Tori gets well. You know, we do hope Tori gets well because that's unrelated. That's an unrelated thing. I this morning I heard that that was allegedly due to some type of argument that Tori and that the guy that stabbed him had over the guy's girlfriend or some other female. So that's what
Mm,
I heard about that. So the stabbing is not related to the other case, the case with Megan. So yeah, two different things.
mm,
I
okay.
I know why you said it like that because I know the
All
rumors, I know the
right.
rumors, I know the rumors, but we can't talk on the. I mean, we
We
got to
just put
keep.
air it out, man. At this point, there's so many different loose ends to this case. There's so
Yeah,
many different loose ends to this case at this point.
it
And when
really
you find
is.
out who the players are in the game, that's when you really start figuring out who's telling the truths and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm definitely finna keep my little eyeball on it for the next couple of weeks because I mean, if we dealing with an innocent man who didn't do anything and a couple of people who fabricated a story in order to save their own skin, then by all means, we need to air it out. But definitely think we need to be paying a little bit closer attention to this here case as it comes to a conclusion, especially with this new evidence that is surfaced. Because like we've been saying, y'all, this is a mummy of a case, just loose ends all over the place.
It really
so
is.
Keep our ear.
It really is. I do also want to mention though, one fact that we can say for sure, one fact was that because they're alleging, like the new evidence is alleging that Megan's former best friend, Kelsey Harris, was the one that shot her instead of Tory, right? That's the alleged. Right. But what's fact is that Kelsey received full immunity during the trial. So if it does come out later that she actually did shoot Megan and not Tory, then it wouldn't matter anyway. It would matter for him, but it wouldn't matter for her because she got full immunity anyway. So that's one point to make, because I see a lot of people saying crazy stuff that they, like, you can tell they don't understand. But for Tory, he also said something to this is Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked. He came out and said he had a DM from Tory way back when the trial was, I don't know if it was before the trial or during the trial, but he had received a DM from Tory. Yeah. And he said that in the DM, Tory said that he didn't do it. This is not verbatim, but he was saying Tory said he didn't do it. He was trying to protect 2 black women. He thought he was protecting them or whatever. So yeah, that actually incriminates Tory. Unfortunately, if that's true, it actually incriminates him because he's trying to cover up a crime. So that's actually not good for Tory. But I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. But put my little detective hat on. I'm like, wait a minute, that don't help you, Tory. If you did do that, it's messed up.
Conspiracy.
It's all messed up.
Conspiracy. Yeah, I mean, he actually is on record saying that after it happened, he received a call from, and this seems to be our second word of the day, allegedly brought to you by the letter A. He received a call from J Rock International telling him not to say anything about what happened, that it would be in his best interest not to say anything. Because, that's how they say it. They don't tell you not to say it. They say, it would be in your best interest. Like, what are you trying to say, bro? Right. But that's strange. That's strange.
Yeah, it's a hot mess. It's so hot. It's such a hot mess.
As things come more to the light, we'll keep tabs on it for y'all, and we'll get to the bottom of it, or get to the top of it, or inside of it, whatever we got to do to get the truth, and we'll be back.
Yeah, we gotta move on, y'all. We gotta move on. I know. That's one I could actually talk about all day. Actually, Remy and Papoose. Remy and Papoose. They went live. Both of them went live earlier this week, and they've been airing out all kinds of stuff against each other, like accusing each other of all kinds of crazy stuff. They have
talk about the dirty laundry out to dry.
Yes,
we can see it all.
Theirs is definitely messier than Cardi B and Offset, for real, because it's definitely.
This is definitely a lot messier than the Offset Cardi B debacle that's going on.
Yeah.
It said that Remy reveals that she told Papoose that every time Clarissa Shields says her name or does anything, she feels an attack, she's gonna just drag him through the mud. And I guess she's making do on that promise, and Papoose is not just gonna lay there and take it. He took to the internet as well, dropped his own 45-minute Instagram story video that we had to all sit and watch Um, not for lack of entertainment either, because like it's very juicy details, going back and forth. Did you have anything to add?
I mean, they're just really messy. I don't understand why they're so messy, though. I don't understand. Well, actually, I do understand. Okay. I think they're in love. I think they're still in love.
Oh yeah, with a whole kid and 20 years of a relationship,
Yeah.
this is a fight. This is a fight, and I'm not taking sides. I'm just here to watch. But in
Me either
every
at this
fight, there's
point.
two sides to every coin.
Yeah.
Two sides to every coin.
I mean, Remy, she was saying, again, she also did said the broke thing. He's the brokest guy I've ever been with, type of thing. And then he was
Mm.
talking about can't trust a celebrity that deletes their Instagram, and
Oh,
he's
wait.
alleged, huh?
Oh, you used the word of the day. What did he allegedly? What did
Oh,
he allegedly say?
oh, and then he says that she allegedly was messing around with another lady, and I don't even I don't even want to say it out loud, y'all. But I guess I'll say it because he did say it in the video. You can look up the video. It's not like I'm lying.
Yeah,
He said that he saw
yeah. He
her
said,
messing around with another female in their daughter's room while their daughter was asleep. So I guess they were like on one side of the bed, the daughter sleep on the other side. But he was like she had been sneaking
mm,
out in the middle of the night from their room, going to say she was going to lay in their daughter's room. But that's why I lost it. I actually lost it right there because I was like, wait a minute, where'd the other girl come from? I don't know if that it was a
it
friend of
ain't.
hers that he's accusing her of like messing around with or something. But he says that that's actually
Mm,
what set everything off. He's like, he
mm,
found out about that secret relationship, alleged secret relationship, and so he's
mm,
saying that that's why she's mad and acting this way. So
mm.
I don't even know. It's crazy.
It's according to him, this ain't her first time being disingenuous about the relationship. That would be the second or one of the incidents where he actually caught her cheating with another person, and it gets even juicier than that. Allegedly, we're going to word of the day for y'all again. Allegedly, brought to you by the letter A. Remy Ma's lyrics were also brought to you by Papoose. According to him,
Yeah.
he says, go through my email drafts and type in just hit the search and type in any lyrics, you'll find her entire lyrics set bibliography in his phone. And that right there was a bombshell for me. I was like, oh, this is obviously somebody wants to do what they want to do in the relationship, and the other person is not willing to sit there and just let it keep happening no more. Like, y'all see my hands is up. This is
Woo.
the international sign through with this. Like,
Yeah.
what do you think of that?
I mean,
That
on that part, actually, I wouldn't be surprised if he did write her a lot of her lyrics though, because he's a really good lyricist himself, and I could definitely see him helping. They were married at the time, so I could definitely see him helping his wife
yeah,
out. I don't think that would have been a big thing with them still married. I think now that they're broken up, now it's like a big thing. Um,
yeah.
but I mean,
And
she
she
also threw
drank.
her punches. She's talking about he was pawning some jewelry. She showed some receipts for some jewelry. The jewelry I think was only $78, or at least that's what they got for it at the pawn shop. So it's like, why you showing us a
Oh,
receipt for $78 jewelry?
Pawn shop be robbing everybody.
Oh
Pawn
yes,
shop robbery.
but I'm like, what?
They
Why are you
break
showing us
artists.
this receipt? I could see if he had, took like thousands of dollars of jewelry there, but it was just one receipt for like 70 something dollars. I was like, okay, and so I thought that was a weak punch. She it has a little jab that probably missed. Um, Yeah.
Allegedly, he also says that she doesn't spend as much time with the child as she claims to spend. He says
Mm.
that the help actually spends more time with her with their child than now. He only mentioned one story, and I would like to always remind people that when we're looking at these celebrities' lives and we're, you know, and we're looking at it, we have to understand that we're looking at it through a keyhole. And
Right.
9 times out of 10, when someone's telling you about their experience, they're only telling you about one instance in the experience.
Right.
So just keep that in mind when I say what I said just a moment ago. Like I said, allegedly he says she does not spend near enough time with their daughter as she should. So that's another clap back from the Papoose side.
Yeah, they've definitely been trading jabs for sure, and it doesn't help that his
Literal
girlfriend Clarissa Shields. It doesn't help that she's been getting involved in it too. She actually,
she
yeah,
releases mixtapes and stuff. Did you
right,
see the short of her doing a little rap outside her car? Is that
yes, yes, I saw that.
okay?
I'm like, wow,
All right.
they're doing too much. Y'all need to chill. I know that a lot of stuff does go viral, and it might feel good to go viral for that moment, but at the same time, you got a little kid. You got to look at later. Your kid when she does get a hold of these devices, and she's gonna be like, "What y'all doing, mommy and daddy?" Like, I would be like that. I'm like, "What y'all doing? What's going on?"
Like, excuse me, you can't tell me to go to bed. Not when you're out here doing stuff like this. Look at
Right.
this.
Exactly. I would definitely be like that with my parents if they were like that. Got me messed up.
I'm the daddy now.
Right. Well, let's go ahead and talk about our very last topic of the day, and we could keep this one kind of. I don't know how much you've been following it, but I don't have too much to say about it actually, except for Diddy
You
trial.
can't help but follow it. It follows you. This trial is
Yeah.
insidious. It follows
Yeah.
this trial.
It's
It
it's
has
a
made
crazy
its
trial.
way into all facets of our culture.
It really has. I've been keeping track on this case from the Inner City Press profile over on X. They've been doing a really good job at transcripting what they're saying during the testimony. And then that reporter, he's been putting out ebooks and he's trying to make some money. I'm like, I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you. Like, get your money, get your money. So,
Moment, man.
yeah, he has audiobooks on this stuff. But one thing I do want to highlight that off the testimony, there's been a lot of crazy stuff said in the testimony, by the way. Stuff as silly as Diddy eating his burgers with applesauce, which I actually have to go back and read that again because I didn't see what the point of mentioning that
Just
was.
gonna say I had to go try that.
I know it made me think, is that good? Is applesauce on a burger good? Like,
Maybe honestly.
I just saw like a little piece of that testimony, so I don't know why they asked that. Um, I think they were trying to get at like why he is so detailed about certain things or something. I think they're trying to build. You know how they do they do character profiles, or like they're trying to build up his character to make him seem a certain way or whatever.
Mhm.
So I think that's what they were trying to do
Oh,
at that point, if I'm not mistaken. But one thing that stuck out to me was Cassie's mom saying she testified that she had to take out a home equity loan to pay Diddy off because he was threatening to release a sex tape of Cassie, and she didn't want it to get out. So it was a $20,000 home equity loan she had to take out, which I later heard she ended up getting the money back. He gave it back to her later,
yeah.
but that was just crazy. Like, what? A lot of stuff going on. How you feeling about the case
Yeah,
overall so
man.
far, though?
Oh man, like I'll be glad when they finally figure out what they're gonna do with this man, so he can stop popping up on my threads. Um, it's getting out of hand. Uh, they said they had 12 witnesses take the stand so far. Like they haven't built enough evidence against this man. I'm sure everybody that's went up was like, "Yep, he did it right there. That's him." Like, what are we doing?
Well, there's
That's
two counts of each. Well, he's what, the three charges, but there's two counts for two of the charges. So Cassie's whole incident is one count, and then they have one other victim for the second count. And I think this was the third week, and it's expected to go on for 8 weeks. So we're not even halfway through. So they still have to go through the incidents surrounding the second count of charges. So I'm actually curious to see who the next victim is. They're going to say, because they haven't said it. I know there's been a lot of speculation about who it will be, but and then I also heard they were having trouble contacting some of the witnesses as well. But we'll see. It's definitely ongoing.
May this be a message to all the celebrities out there, man, as you and anybody that's looking to find themselves in the public light. If you're doing something in the dark, it will come back to bite you. So try to live as honestly as possible, bro, because it's honestly not worth it. Once you start making that type of money, be a good influence. Make this world a better place. Don't make it a worse place, because God will find you.
Oh, always. Always. God will always find the demons. But yeah.
That's right.
I think that's a good way to end off this show for sure, because we are definitely God's people and we love God, and y'all need to love God too. You have a better life. You know what I'm saying?
Won't he do it?
He will definitely do it. Yes. Amen to that.
He will.
But thank y'all so much for tuning. Ooh, allegedly. Allegedly. But
allegedly.
Yeah.
Today's show was brought to you by the letter A and the letter D.
Right.
And the number 4.
But thank y'all so much for tuning in with us today. As always, every Friday, tune in to Freestyle Fridays with Don Dada and Sean of Straight Official Freestyles. And then you got us over here on the Rap My Block Show on Saturdays, 6 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to check us out. We are live on YouTube and Twitch. And then we post the show on Facebook afterwards, because Facebook tripping. So that's what we do now.
Facebook.
Thank y'all so much for tuning
Zuckerberg.
Yes. Zuckerberg. Have a good one. Have a blessed one. You have a good one yourself too, Grandmastar Bass Monstar.
You too. You too. Y'all make sure y'all hug your fathers and drink some water. Peace.
Yes. Peace.